So here we go for eyes. Now this is a little bit small, so it's going to be a little tough to get in there, but I make 2 spheres of clay, the same size, probably about the same size as the tip of the nose sphere. And notice, like, my one sphere is certainly larger than the other, so I got to pull some clay off. It's not worth starting with 2 differing amounts of clay and then winding up having to pull clay off after it's already on. So get 2 spheres of clay that are the same size, roll them out real nice, and then I roll them like this so they become more like oval, like that, like a chiclet, or a chiclet. That's a chiclet, right? A tic tac. How about that? And then we put them in the center of the eye sockets, okay? And we just want to make sure that they're symmetrical and that they're not too close or not too far, okay? And then you want to sort of press them down and press the inside corner with your thumb and then roll it out to the outside corner. So it's like still rounded, but you're pressing in the corners of the clay. So in essence, we dug the eye socket out, but now we're building clay back up into it, okay? And so your fingers are only going to do so much for you, so you got to use a tool of some sort, and you just want to blend the clay up, blend the clay in the corner of the eye, and blend the clay down, but you want that nice spherical feel to the eye, okay? And all these little nicks and whatevers that happen, you clean those up later, clean those up as you go, but don't worry about them too much. And so basically now the eye socket is filled in to a good extent, but still further back than the bridge of the nose. You guys following me? Yeah. Okay, cool. And so do the same thing on the other side. I always kind of have to flip my hand because I'm left-handed. And so sometimes people can get away with, it's all what you're comfortable with. But I just flip it like this because I'm much more comfortable with my tool in my left hand. So pull it up, pull it down for blending. And then just make sure you get it into the inside corner of the eye, and then just sort of round it out and smooth it out so that it's still like a spherical projection coming out of that eye socket that we dug in deep. And we always dig those eye sockets a little deeper than we think they should be. And, don't worry about it. If I really wanted to, I'd get in there with a paintbrush and other little tools and stuff, but that doesn't really matter. Anyway, all right. And so here is the magic of the eye. And part of the eye is not doing too much. And I do it in kind of like 2 moves, maybe a couple more than that, but they're 2 basic moves. And so I take my tool and I take it with the curved part up and the point facing in, and then I press into the corner of the eye like this. So I make like a little impression like that for the corner of the eye. And then what I do is I basically press and I roll it out like that. And what that does is that presses in and then forms the upper eyelid. Simple as that. Super duper simple. Okay? And I'm going to do that on the other side at the same time so that I can try to make them as similar as possible. I got dug in a little bit too hard there, but okay? And that automatically creates that upper eyelid. And I know I made it look really simple and fast, and you're going to have to think about it and try it and practice it. Maybe you're going to have to pull the eye off and do it again, whatever. But keep practicing that move. It will save you. And sometimes I leave my eyes just like this. I do 1 move. And I'm like, you know what? That to me looks good. Other times, I will go in and then I'll create the lower eyelid as well. And basically it's It's a similar thing, but light pressure, and now I go into the opposite corner, light pressure, and I just kind of roll it in to the corner again. And then that'll be it. You know, I might shape it a little bit, I might smooth it a little bit. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll do like the pupil in the iris area, and I'll show you that. I'll show you how artists kind of traditionally do that. But now we have a little depression for the eyeball, and then we have a little ridge for the eyelids. And that's how I roll. You know, that's how I roll. You know, if it's not good, I don't like it or whatever, I can adjust it. Or a lot of times, you know, I wind up actually just taking it off, just taking it off and doing it again, taking it off, doing it again, as many times as I need to get it how I want it. So it's just like a little roll move, and that's it. It's just a very subtle little roll move. Some of the finer points are that the upper eyelid on the outside corner overlaps the lower eyelid. That the inside corner is usually like sort of a little triangular shape. I wound up pressing a little too far on the inside on this one. But that's it. Real simple. Real simple. Keep it simple like that. Okay, so guys, work on